I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. What's going on down Capitol Hill down there? The seventh vote is taking place now. It's underway. And still it looks like at present that McCarthy is not going to be able to give this vote because there's some fellow from down in Florida named Donalds who's got 16 of the Republican votes. I don't know if there's been some improvement over the last, from yesterday to today, where Kevin McCarthy will get more than 201 votes. And if there is, it's a movement towards him getting the speakership. Who knew that the speakership could be, they can't even, without a Speaker of the House, they can't swear in the new people that got elected for the very first time, including George Santos and a bunch of others that got candidates. Well, congresspersons were there on, was it Tuesday? Tuesday with their children. Wanted to see them sworn, their families, and everybody had to go back home yet because that's been 3 days. And you can't, the Speaker of the House is really, who knew that the Speaker of the House had that much power? No committee work can be done, no voting can take place, no congressional hearings can take place. Nothing can happen until they get a Speaker of the House. And he gavels in all of those guys. That's a powerful position, very powerful. Now I understand why it's third in line to the presidency. But who knew this? I thought I knew a lot about politics and legislation and all that kind of thing, but I didn't know that, the Speaker of the House holds this kind of power. The other thing is, of course, if McCarthy becomes the Speaker of the House, which, the possibility that he will, I don't see Steve Scalise doing any better than McCarthy is doing right now with the crowd of people that are against him. He's not going to have very, very much power. We're going to see a change in America, to be sure. And I'm going to do a piece, so stay tuned at the back end of the message today, the hour. I'm going to do a piece explaining exactly what's going on. And it's going to look like I'm with the ones that are holdouts. It's going to look like, from what I'm saying, I'm with the so-called rebels, or now they're calling them terrorists, because they won't vote for McCarthy. But I want you to, at the back end, I got a very special message I want you to hear about the process of the Speaker of the House. But the vote's going on. And the other thing is that nobody can go home now. I heard that in 1855, this went on for like 3 months trying to get a speaker. So everybody had to stay in town for 3 months. And then, what was it, in 1923, I think it took 7 votes to be able to get a speaker. But it's been 100 years since we've seen the kind of things that's going on here in Washington with the Capitol. I think that our government is in big trouble. We are in the tribulation. You probably haven't heard me say that word tribulation in the last week or so. We're going past the Christmas. I'll let you have that, New Year's and everything. But we are in the tribulation. I think we have to begin to understand that. And the other thing is Hakeem Jeffries, he's from here in New York. The boy Hakeem Jeffries graduated from New York University Law School. Summa cum laude. This boy, I guess he's pretty smart, graduating from law school with that level of accolades laid to his charge. And he's now been appointed by Nancy Pelosi to be the head of the minority leader of the Democrats. And he keeps getting consistently 212 votes. I was thinking maybe, one of the Democrats would say, listen, let's put an end to this and put McCarthy in. And the Democrats could cut a deal. 10 Democrats could say, listen, all right, tell you what we're going to do. We'll cut a deal with you, McCarthy. We'll get you over the 218 number that you need to, if you will, that you need to cross. We'll get you there. But here's what we want from you. And I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. There's supposed to be a bipartisan group anyway, right? Why is it that 10 Democrats? Because we're probably going to need as many as 20 Democrats but that might cause some of the Republicans to back away that are for McCarthy now. They see the Democrats coming on, cutting the deal. So it's a mess. It is an absolute mess. But I may look like one of the ones that's a holdout. But I think what Chip Roy has been saying about the fact it really isn't a legislative body anymore. You buy votes. You really don't get an opportunity. The American public don't really get an opportunity to experience true democracy anymore. And some of these holdouts are holding out for that. I think Matt Gaetz is just holding out to stay out of jail. That's what I think. And even Jim Jordan, who I would think would be a grandstander, I think he genuinely wants to see McCarthy becomes the speaker and he becomes the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, and he's going to run the television. He's going to be on television for the next 2 years, investigating everything from mosquito bites to how much honey a bee can make, in addition to investigating Hunter Biden, the January 6th committee, and a bunch of other stuff. He may even investigate Obama's birth certificate, Jim Jordan. I think I think he genuinely wants that. I think he likes that kind of intrigue. So that's where we are at present. I'll keep you posted if you're interested in more. I don't know if anybody's interested anymore.